We are live. It says we're live. Hi.
Hey, y'all.
Natalie and Karen are here. How are you guys? How is your week going so far? Mine's like, I don't know, normal.
Mine's testing season, so just pure
Oh,
on crazy.
yeah. I'm so happy I don't have to do that. So happy.
Well, the hard part, is like they're like I'm having to go wake them up, right? Because they're like falling asleep testing, and I'm like, you think you're tired? You at least get to do something. I get to watch you. It's like watching paint dry.
Right. It's horrible. I know. It's horrible. I told you that my nightmare was that, we had to take these little second graders and get them all logged in because they don't know how to log in. And then they'd get logged out, or they'd close themselves out. They shut themselves out, and we'd have to log them back in again because they can't do it. So I was constantly just running around logging kids in all the time.
We're lucky. Ours know how to log in. They're so used to it at this point. They could do it in their sleep.
Ours couldn't.
Some of them are doing it in their sleep. So
Yeah. And then, of course, you've got those kids that just run through and just click buttons and do things, and then they're like, "I'm done," and then you have to try to keep them quiet for the next hour. Yeah, that doesn't work well.
Yes, that's when we let them sleep.
Well, little kids won't do that. So,
well, that's true.
Yeah, little kids aren't going to be quiet. They're going to make all kinds of ruckus. Anyhow, all right, who do we have? We got Karen and we got Natalie. Well, ladies.
Hi, ladies.
We're going to talk about the book. How's that? So, I like it so far. I thought it took a long time to get to the main character getting the divorce from her husband.
Yeah, that's to take a while. I was kind of like, I knew it was heading that direction based off of the first little bit.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I misread it. But it seems like there's no fireworks left in this little relationship.
Mm-mm.
And
yet they got along really well. They had a great working relationship,
And
sometimes
that's going to change everything.
What?
That's going to change everything.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes people stay together. They get along well. Well, who am I to say? I had an ex-husband I had a relationship like that with. So, yeah, they do have separate bedrooms. I thought that was interesting too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yet they still did nice, kind things for each other, like a husband and wife or two people in a relationship would do,
Yeah. And he didn't cheat on her, and I'm thinking, first off, how do you go as long not having sex and no cheat? It's like, woo, okay.
I don't know. I guess if you're busy, they're both busy with the business and all that and working and
yeah.
I don't know. His family.
But I guess what I'm worried about is, she's kind of like the golden child that's not their child, right? But it's because she's married to him, but she knows so much about the business. So is that gonna mess with the dynamics there? Is the mom suddenly gonna want her not in the business? That's gonna be weird.
I don't know. Hi, Jeanette. You can diamond paint and listen, Jeanette.
You go right on ahead.
That's right. Listen all you want. Yeah, separate bedrooms isn't a big thing. You're right. Oh, well, especially if you have a snorer. That's right. Yeah, my mom and dad moved out of bedrooms years and years ago. Once they could, I think, when us kids started leaving, I think my mom, I got an extra room. I'm going there because my dad snores like a banshee, man. It's horrible. It's like he can wake the dead,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
Wayne and I did it a little bit when I got this craft room, which used to be Chris's room. Whenever he brings in all the dogs and I can't handle it, I'm like, all right, if you want me in that bed, then dogs better not be in that bed. And he's like, no, I want it. Okay, well,
because there's another bedroom I can go to if I want to.
I'm like, well, I'm over here, and I still love him, There's no issue there. It's just didn't want to love on the puppies at that point.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, their relationship, I mean, they were so nice to each other still, and they went to dinner together and they did other things together, and like she brought him a drink. That's how the one night started, right? She
Yeah.
brought him a drink in the office. Here, honey, have a drink, and then they were like, okay, and it led to, well, let's go upstairs and let's
Yeah,
get busy.
but I think that was more of a, in some cases, maybe if we do this will help bring us together when we're not together
Right,
so
right,
much,
right.
and but instead that kind of solidified the, well, okay.
Maybe we do have a problem here. Maybe it's run its course.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, she does really good with that business, though. I mean, and now I find it interesting that we didn't find out till later on in the book that, and maybe, or I missed it at the beginning, that she pretty much learned the wine business from her grandfather.
Yeah. Yeah. And there, like you said, Natalie, that there's no jealousy there. Nobody is jealous of her.
Mm-mm.
None of the other kids are jealous of her relationship with their mom.
No, they seem to love her.
Yeah. It's just the way that it is, I know.
Yep.
And all the wine, the award-winning wine and everything, it's all because of her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thing.
Where the mother-in-law at first was kind of a little more controlling, wanting to know everything that was going on. And then eventually she's just like, you just run with it. You got it,
But isn't it kind of weird, though, that every time they have a family meeting,
she's not there.
She's not there.
Right. Yeah.
Even if it's about the business.
Yeah. Because she's not part of the family. And that's what's gonna take a turn here.
Yep, that's right.
They're gonna get divorced. She's not part of the family. Not that I don't think that would change a whole lot, because she's not really in on any like major discussions that they have at this point, even. Yet she does have other powers in other ways,
Well, I say it's in the mother-in-law's best interest to still keep her and not make anything awkward, because if she leaves and starts her own, that other company's going to go bye-bye. I can guarantee you. Bella Prees will go bye-bye, because she's the heart and soul of why that business is making money.
She's going to take everything. Yeah. Yeah. Because she doesn't just make the wine either. Nope. I mean, she does make award-winning, fantastic wine, but she also controls a lot that's going on with the vineyards. Like, we got to go check on this irrigation system and this, and you got to, and she's in on all aspects of it, except for probably whatever they do in their little family meetings. Probably the whole financial part and whatnot is what I think she's probably left out of. But
I mean, she knows some of the numbers, she said, but like there's certain things that she's not privy to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she did. She came in and she made that winery what it is.
Mm-hmm. If it weren't for her,
no,
that wouldn't still be around.
So I was surprised when I read about the other sister that wants to leave the business.
That's Stephanie, right?
Yeah, she wants to leave. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
She wants to leave. She wants to get out and do something on her own.
I guess maybe it's just one of those, she finally got out of the back and forth with the ex kind of thing. And so now she wants to make a name for herself on her own. Maybe that's it.
Maybe. Wouldn't it be interesting if they both left?
Wow. That would be.
I mean, that would be interesting. What would be left? I mean, what does Four do for the company? What's Four's other name?
Yeah, I forgot. See, they called her. Okay, at the wedding, or not wedding, at the opening. I remember her name, but I don't remember. But like 4 is what sticks with me because
Oh, yeah.
that's what she
Have to
wanted, even
look.
though Mom was like, "Nah."
Right, right. But she wanted to be called Four, but that's not her name. Wonder if I can find it.
And hold on, is 4 the one that's married to Jaguar?
Yeah. And their kids are named something interesting too.
And that's his real name too, Jaguar.
I know, but what did they name their kids? They named them something really
Oh,
different.
that's right. Her real name is Catherine. Thank you, Karen.
Oh, okay, she got it. Karen. Catherine? Not Karen. Catherine. Karen. Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting if they worked together or one of them worked for the other one. I don't know. That would be interesting.
Yeah, except that Stephanie wants to step out of the world of wine. Like and Mackenzie's gonna stay in the world of wine. I have no doubt
Yeah. Yeah.
she's staying in that world. That is her world.
Yeah. Well, Stephanie found out that cheese wasn't the way to go. Yeah, that interview with the cheese guy.
Oh my gosh. Like he was all good. And then I don't know, his twin sister, like she made it sound like it was I don't know, obsessed like you would be as if it was your husband and that's her brother.
I know.
A little weird.
Right.
But okay, people.
That's funny.
She's like, I'm not getting this one, obviously.
Nope. I'll be seeing you. I'm out. I'm gone.
Even if she got it, I don't know that she'd want to stay there because that woman, I'd had to smack her a couple of times or two.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you think the mom, what's Natalie say? The mom is controlling and you don't see her marriage lasting?
Well, she loves him dearly, but he wants her to give up control of the business so that they can spend more time together. But she's like, well, I don't really know if I can, because she don't even think of Mackenzie when it comes to who should I put in charge.
Right.
It's her son or her, obviously one of her kids, but she's
Right.
like, well, I know that I can leave it to any of them. And he's like, honey, you promised.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe she does step away from the business. The mom does a little bit. Maybe it is taken over by, however you say his name, Rise? Do you say it Rise?
I say it like Reese, but maybe it's wrong.
Reese, Rise? I don't know how you say his name. Whatever it is. Right?
Reese.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But it would be interesting if he takes it over. Mom steps back a little bit. She's not there anymore. I don't know.
Because won't she be? Wouldn't you be uncomfortable if you got a divorce? Even though I have a feeling it's gonna be an amiable divorce, but
yeah,
it still would be
to work together still. Yeah, because they're both gonna find other relationships and things like that. And where is she going to live? She lives on the compound right now. That would give her a little privacy, I guess. She'd have to move off the property.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's interesting that they all live on the same property?
Well, they're, I guess, a close-knit family. So maybe it's not so, but I guess in order to run a family business, they feel like everyone needs to be close in proximity.
Maybe. I don't know. I might think it would be weird. I might think it would be weird living on the same piece of land right there with everybody's there. All of them are there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is 4 there too? Does 4 live? Yeah.
Yeah, because remember Jaguar was outside playing with the kids.
Oh yeah.
And I could see them and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that would be interesting. I don't know. So it'll be
Who's
Bruno. What?
Bruno? Karen says there's always Bruno. Did I miss somebody?
Oh, Bruno. Bruno is who is Bruno? Remind us. Who's Bruno, Karen? Bruno is, yeah, they did have weird names for their kids. I couldn't find it. I don't know what they are. Yeah, and hanging out the flag for the cookies. That was interesting. Got cookies over here. Come on over, you know. I mean, everything seemed to be just all nice and hunky-dory, and everything was just running on all cylinders, and everything was perfect. They had their routines and this and that. Oh, yeah, the wine salesman.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, he wants to buy a winery.
Yep.
Yeah. Start a winery, whatever.
Well, I'm telling you, that could, if she
You think she's going to hook up with him to start the winery?
I don't know about that, but she might decide to help him open his winery.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. They'll work together to start a winery. He buys the vineyard or whatnot, and yeah.
Possibly.
Interesting. Yeah. I know that they have vineyards all over the place, not just right there. They have other patches of land in different places where they're growing different grapes, and that's how they're getting their different wines, which that's interesting, So.
And of course, I thought it was so, I don't know, it just kind of brought back memories to me a little bit when I guess it was Stephanie, and even though she knows that her son's going to, baseball camp, and she's just like, I don't want him to go, like every year. I don't want him to go. And she makes the cookies, and then she like freaks out because she's like,
yeah.
Because he's like, well, Mom, you put walnuts in the chocolate chip. She's like, oh my God, no one's getting these cookies.
Don't let him eat the ones with the nuts. Don't let him eat the peanut butter.
He's just like, Mom, I think I can handle this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then her, what was it? Her mom's like, well, you could always tell him what I did, that you'll come along with him. If he don't behave, you'll just show up there. I'm like, oh my God. Because have you had parents that show up or want to come and sit in the classroom? Mm-hmm. I've had.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of brought back like little memories. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I could see him going, no, oh my God, Mom, no.
Yep. Leave me alone. I'm good. I got this. Go away. Yep. Yeah. So in Michigan, okay, let me see if I can do this right on camera. No. This way. Okay. How's that look for you? The thumb. Is that right? Yeah, the thumb's over here.
Mm-hmm.
So up here is Traverse City. Now, Traverse City is right up here by the water, right? And there's a peninsula that goes out there. And all up in that area has become a huge wine place. Huge for wine. I don't even know how many wineries are up there now and how many vineyards are up there and stuff. But it reminds me of going up there. I had a friend, her daughter worked at one of the really fancy wineries up there. And just going up there and seeing all that is really cool. And learning a little bit about the wines and stuff and where they grow their grapes and the different kinds of grapes they grow and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's been a few years since we've been there, but it's something that we've done in the past. And it's just kind of bringing back those nice memories of, you go up there and you go out on that peninsula, out on that point out there, and it's raised. So it's kind of high,
Mm-hmm.
and you get up there on some of the little, the high peaks, and you just get this awesome view, and you can see all the grapes growing. And then sometimes you can even see the lake and things like that. And it's just, I know, right? It just seems like such a romantic thing, a winery and the vineyards and all that.
Could you
And
imagine having like just dinner out
yeah.
in the vineyard,
Oh
just
yeah. Yeah. Right? I know. So it's kind of cool that we have that right here in our own state, and it's grown quite popular. We think about, other countries being the wine capitals, and then what, not Paris. I was thinking Southern California and all that were,
that's Napa Valley, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
right. But, here we are sitting in little Michigan, and we got a great booming wine business up here. So
We actually have out here in the country, we actually have a winery not too far away from us. Not that I've been to that one. I've been to one that's about 20 minutes away,
yeah,
or 20 or 30, and it was attached to this restaurant that one of the that I think Guy Fieri came in and did a restaurant rescue or something like that with.
yeah,
And it was interesting. I got to learn some stuff I didn't know, because when you do the wine tastings and all that, like
hmm,
I don't know the proper. I know you're supposed to smell it, swish it, not drink it, and I'm thinking,
yeah.
you don't want me to drink the okay.
Yeah. Like, doesn't she do that even when they're at their dinner or whatever? She
Yeah, he's
smells
like,
it first, like, can you just be a guest and just enjoy it?
yeah,
You
you're
have
not
to
tasting the
be,
barrels.
yeah, you're right. I know. Yeah. It's pretty cool though. Yeah. It's like surprising little things. Like I I learned that down in Florida is a huge horse breeding place. It's huge in horse breeding. I never would have thought that, right? But side note, just a side note. I learned that from my friend who lives down there, but pretty cool. Anyhow.
I want to say it down here. Well, I know that they have. They breed some of the Clydesdales for Budweiser.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I know they do. I know they do a lot of thoroughbred breeding down there. Lots of thoroughbred farms. So they're not all in Kentucky.
Kentucky's just where they race everybody.
There you go. Yeah, I know you're not supposed to drink it. You're supposed, because if you taste too much, then you get drunk, and all
You
that.
can't tell the nuances or whatever. But as much as I tried to follow what they did, I was just like, I didn't know what I was looking for. So they're like, do you
Has a
taste that?
floral,
A flower.
whatever.
I don't taste any flowers, but
Right. I know.
I'm not sure what a flower would taste like. I don't really go around sampling the
I
flowers.
don't either.
So I don't go,
I know. I know. But I mean, like any whiskey, wine, liquor, whatever, those things have to sit for years and years in those barrels before they're ready for consumption, to age and whatnot.
Oh yeah, they have to ferment really good and
Yeah.
that. Although I have a funny story because when Wayne was in the Navy, okay, you're talking about a whole bunch of Navy guys, right?
Yeah.
And they docked and they all went to a vineyard
Okay.
to do a wine tour. Now, the Navy guys, like nobody, and even the wine people did not tell them you're supposed to spit it out, right? So, they have a glass at each of the little stations, and they keep walking around the winery as they're tasting. Nobody tells them. No one stops them from drinking. So at each station, they're drinking the whole thing. So by the time they get to the end, they are smashed. And I think Wayne said he bought 2 cases of wine. So I think they knew what they were doing. They knew it was Navy guys. They knew Navy guys drink.
Yeah.
And that they were going to let them sample and get drunk so that
and then buy a bunch.
They buy a whole bunch. Yeah, they bought a whole bunch.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I swear people go up to the wineries up in Traverse City, and that's what they do. They just buy cases of it and bring it back. I mean, like my friends, the one whose daughter worked up there, and then my other good friend, they would go up there all the time, and they'd come back with just a case of wine, different kinds and whatnot. And I'm like, geez, you have to really like wine drinking. But then these women, seriously, they can sit and drink 3/4 of a bottle of wine in a night.
Really?
Yeah. They'll just sit there and drink wine and whatnot and chit chat and talk. And I'm like, Dang, I'd be smashed.
Although, I can agree when you're doing a wine tasting and you try these different ones and you realize there's a couple of different ones you like, and then like they almost got me because they also had this, it was something like something that you put with the sweet wine or no, with one of the white wines, sorry, with the white Zinfandel. And it was like this, mixture and you added like this flavoring to it, like this peach. And it was like, oh, and
Natalie's got thunder and hail.
You're like, oh, I kind of want one of that and one of that and and Wayne looked at me and he's like, okay, listen, I'm not buying another case of wine.
Yeah,
I'm not drunk. You're not drunk. We'll get one bottle.
Yep. Yeah, Angie, we started at 6:30. And Natalie's got thunder and hail. Yikes.
Oh, be careful because, depending on how bad the hail is, it can damage cars.
Yeah.
Hey, Craftnado.
All right. Well, it's 7:00. We've done talked about the book. I did have somebody comment on the video that we should have read more. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I think it went nice, but I mean, I'm okay with how much we read, just to be honest with you.
Okay. Right. So let me see here.
Hey, Robert.
Robert's here. Robert likes to come hang out. So if we read all the way through chapter 12, which is just another 6 chapters, it takes us to page 144.
Okay.
Or we could push it 1 chapter. You want to do 1 extra chapter?
What page will that be?
That would be 1 through page 155. So we'd go from 72 to 155.
I mean, it's whatever y'all want.
What do you guys want to do? You even did the reading. Oh, you're all set to go. We'll have to send you a message next time. Angie, we're going. Come on. What do you want to do? Do you want to do through chapter 12 or through 13? Totally up to you guys. I didn't have any trouble reading it. I'm reading 3 books right now, so.
Yeah, I'm reading this one and one other.
I got 3 going.
Plus all the other stuff I've got to do.
Oh, I know, right?
I don't wanna. Can't we just bypass? I just want to bypass these next 3.5 weeks and be done. That's what I want.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, so they're saying through chapter 13.
All right,
okay.
so that's what.
So we'll go through chapter 13. That sounds good to me. It's just maybe like 10 pages more, maybe 12. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about 10 pages more. 1 more chapter is just 10 more pages.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
Okay, we'll go through chapter 13. All right, sounds good. Chapter 13. All right, well, guess that's it. Anybody else have anything to say?
No, I'm just getting ready for some lasagna. Jasmine's making lasagna.
Yum. Yum.
She's even got ricotta and everything.
Wow. We had like one of those like frozen meal things you get in the freezer section, and just cook it in the skillet. It wasn't bad, but nothing to write home about. It didn't require wine. Oh boy. Okay. All right, guys. You know what we're doing? Read through chapter 13, and we'll be back next week and talk about what happens next. I bet they'll get divorced by then.
I bet it's going to get interesting.
Yeah.
Family.
I bet they're getting divorced. All right. We'll talk to you guys next week, okay?
Bye,
See you all. Bye, guys.